Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Reagan and this is my channel, Ray Reads. Today I am starting a new video and I'm really excited about it, and it is another Harry Potter reading vlog. Yeah. I am reading Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Yes, I only have one of my hands painted. I'm in the middle of painting my nails right now, so we're just gonna have one hand yellow and one hand bare. But anyways, I am starting this freaking hunker of a book. I'm so nervous. I don't know. It's huge. It's massive. Like, even not only is it like thick, but like the book itself is huge. Like, I don't know. I just have like, I'm scared. I'm scared. So anyways, I don't really know anything going into this book. This one is something that I don't know anything about. I literally have no idea what the premise of the book is. I don't know anything going into it. I've not seen this movie. I don't know anything about this book. The only thing I know going into it is that people call it the Snape show because it's all about Snape, which if you guys have been following along with my vlogs, you know I am interested in Snape. I want to love him, but I don't. And I think at the beginning, I thought I was gonna love him more than I am right now, but I don't know, I just thought he was gonna be a morally gray character, and maybe he is, but he hasn't done anything good yet, except for like one or two things, but it's just like not even, it doesn't really compute, it doesn't really balance out enough for me. So anyways, I'm hoping to see a lot more of him in this book. He was really involved in the ending of the last book, and I am really excited because I've heard that he is like, well actually I haven't heard, but I'm assuming that this is the book where he's gonna like go undercover for Voldemort, and he's basically gonna be like feeding Dumbledore like some information, and I'm excited about that, but I don't actually know if that's happening. That's just an educated guess. So I'm putting this book down. That's freaking heavy. It's like lifting weights. But yeah, I'm gonna start reading, and as always, I will keep you guys updated on how I'm liking it. I'm really nervous. It's kind of hard for me to usually like get into the book. Once I'm into it, I'm good, because I don't love scenes that's not at Hogwarts. Trying to figure out who this is on the back. There's this like art piece. This is Harry. This kind of looks like maybe Snape. And then maybe this is like the new Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher. So here I am reading, and I'm on chapter 2 now, and I'm starting to get a little annoyed with Harry. For some reason in this book, he is like, just thinks the world of himself, and he like keeps saying like, doesn't anybody care that like I saved the day, or like that I did this, or that like, he's like mad at Ron and Hermione because they're like at the Burrow without him, which like, I get it. You're feeling left out. Okay, brother, we got it. But he's just like,
don't they care that like I defeated Voldemort, that I went against him with like my wand, and like,
okay, dude, like you're not that special. Like, I don't know. I don't like that. It's kind of annoying me. And now he's like getting all these letters from like Sirius and Arthur Weasley, and they're like just saying like, just stay home, like don't do anything. And he's like, why aren't they congratulating me on like getting these 2 Dementors? Like, dude, I don't know. He's just being really annoying right now, but I guess he's like 15, so makes sense. But I just had to vent about that. Also, I can't wait to see Ron because I love him. Also, in this video, I'm going to be talking about the book freely. So if you've never read it and you don't want to be like spoiled by anything happening, I maybe wouldn't watch this, because I think I'm just gonna like talk about the book as I read it. But most everyone has read these books, which is why I feel like I can do that. So just be warned about that. If you don't want to know anything that happens in this book or don't want to be spoiled, I wouldn't necessarily watch this. Or if you don't care, then go for it. Please watch. But I will just be like speaking freely about the characters and the book and the plot. So just keep that in mind as you go through. Something is not right with Harry. I don't know what's going on, or if this is just Harry's personality, but I don't really think it lines up with his character. But he just met up with Ron and Hermione at the Order of the Phoenix, and he just like goes off on them, like screaming at them. And what he says is so cringy that I'm like, I literally was like, while I was reading, I was like, ugh. He's like, who killed Dementors? Who saved you from the Dementors? Who got the Sorcerer's Stone? Who saw Voldemort come back and then escape him? And he's just like listing all of his accomplishments. And if I was Ron and Hermione, I literally would have been like, bro, get out of my face. Do not sit here and brag about yourself. Ugh. Anyways, I think something's wrong with Harry because right before that happened, it was like all the warm feelings he had from seeing his friends for the first time disappeared and like an icy feeling like sank into his stomach. And I'm like, something ain't right. Like someone is up in here messing with his emotions. I don't know what it is, but it's not right. And he needs to chill and he needs to stop being an egotistical jerk and get over himself because he would not be where he is without Ron or Hermione. Hey guys, so it is 10:30 and it is still the same day. I am just sitting down now to read some more. I had my live show tonight for my book club, Prose Before Bros, and I'll link all of that information down below. If you guys aren't already joined or following along with that, please join. It's so much fun. I do it with Kara from Books with Kara, and I'll link her channel down below and information to follow us on Instagram and to join our Discord so you can talk to us. Anyways, I am about to go sit down. I am putting some frozen French fries in the oven because I'm so hungry and I bought those for just like a meal and I haven't eaten them. So, you know, why not? So I'm about to go sit out in the living room and read some more and wait on my French fries to cook. My initial thoughts so far, I kind of voiced it a little bit earlier, but Harry is just pissing me off to no end. He's just acting like a little brat and like he just needs to get it together. But I love Ron. Ron can do no wrong. Literally, Ron can do no wrong ever. Ever. He is a king in my eyes always. I love him. I'm obsessed with him. Anyways, yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah. So I just read the scene of Harry's trial and Dumbledore is a freaking beast. That's all I'm gonna say about that. He's a beast. If I ever go to court for something, I want Albus Dumbledore to be there to defend me because that was amazing. Okay, queen. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Tonight is family dinner night, so we are eating good. So I wanted to update you guys on my reading. I'm so sorry I look so gross right now. It's just been a day. It's just a day I don't want to do anything, and that means put on makeup. But I got to about page 200 of Order of the Phoenix, and I have a lot to say. I was over at Griffin's house, so I didn't have my camera with me, but there was a lot that happened that I wanted to talk to you guys about. So first of all, Ron became a prefect, which just amazing. Ron Weasley is my king. I don't really know what else to say about it. Also, here's what's bothering me. Harry Potter is being a little weenie and he's really bothering me. And what's bothering me the most is that he's acting very out of character. Okay, this is not normal for Harry to be acting like this. He's just acting very ungrateful and selfish, and this whole book he's just been complaining about the fact that Ron and Hermione are just like, he's just like being annoying about them. Like he's like, well, they didn't do this, like I did that, or like you did not do any of that on your own. Like I understand that you're the good old Harry Potter and nobody else can, like, you just are just this crowned jewel of a human because you defeated Voldemort and you killed him, and like when you were a baby, and like don't, like, that's just annoying to me. I don't like I've loved the first 4 books that they've made him out to be such a hero, but they've also glorified his friends who were there with him from the very beginning. And it especially bothers me that Ron has always been in the shadow of everyone he's ever loved, and of course he picks his best friend as Harry Potter, who's like the golden child, the most famous person in the wizarding world, like, and then he starts having all these thoughts like, why can't you just be supportive of your best friend who's now a prefect? Like, get over yourself. And that's just bothering me so much because it's so out of character for Harry. Every other book he's never been like this. Every other book he's always been so supportive and so kind to his best friends, Ron and Hermione. And so I have a feeling that something sinister is going on. Like there's some underlying something, and like maybe Voldemort's like messing with his head or messing with his mind and like trying to break up his friendships with Ron and Hermione. I don't know, that might be a really big stretch and that might be reaching, but this is just so out of character for Harry, and like I can't blame it on puberty anymore. Like you're just being a jerk. So maybe I just don't like Harry very much. I don't know. I've enjoyed him in all the other books, but he's kind of pissing me off in this book. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Oh my god, I met Luna Lovegood, who I've heard a lot about, and everyone is like so obsessed with her, and I'm really excited because she's getting on the little carriage to take them to the school with... My roommate was just hiccuping and I thought there was a dog in our house. She was getting on the carriage, and Harry saw these little like creepy horse looking things and asked Ron like, do you see them? And Ron was like, no, I don't see them. What are you talking about? And he's like, no, they're there. Do you see them? He's like, no. And Luna was like, came up to Harry and like whispered, she's like, I see him, like you're not crazy. That just kind of was like sweet, like, okay Luna, love you. So anyways, I'm excited to read more about Luna Lovegood, and that is all the updates I have right now. I'm 200 pages in, and it is our roommate family night dinner. So we're gonna enjoy some good food and hang out, and then after that I'll probably come back to my room and read some more tonight, unless we like watch a movie or something, which is very likely. Hey guys, so it is Monday night. It's been quite a few days. I have just been doing school, and I was reading another book that I wanted to finish. So I am still reading, obviously because you're still watching this vlog, but still reading The Order of the Phoenix. I'm on page 362 right now. This book is way too heavy for me to be holding with one hand. So I'm going to be spending some time reading tonight. I'm really enjoying the story right now. Not a lot has happened action-wise, so I can understand why people have said that like this isn't an action-packed book, but I feel like a lot has happened, even though it hasn't been super action-packed, especially coming off of the Triwizard Tournament, which was last book, where there was constant action. I can see why this book might seem a little slower, but I am really enjoying it, and I literally hate Professor Umbridge. Dolores Umbridge could literally die. I'm sorry, was that rude? I do not like her. She's so mean. I think that it's slightly inhumane that she makes Harry, during his like detention, do the little lines where he says like, I must not tell lies. And as he's writing with his quill, it's like cutting it into his skin and he's like bleeding. Like that is not humane. Like that is abusive. That is so messed up that like, that's not allowed. Like that is not okay. That really triggered me. I did not like that at all. And so it just instantly made me hate her. So I wish that Harry would just go tell Dumbledore, but he's being so weird about Dumbledore. So anyways, I am just gonna read for the rest of the night. Hi guys, it is Tuesday night and I am back yet again reading some more Harry Potter. I am about halfway through the book now. I think I might be a little bit over halfway through, but like pretty much at the halfway mark. But I wanted to update you guys because Hermione just gave Ron a kiss on the cheek because he's like about to go play his first Quidditch game, and Ron was like so taken aback, and it was just the cutest thing ever. And also Slytherin like made these little like pins that say Weasley is our king, and I relate, honestly. I don't really know how that's like, I mean, I guess like it could be like sarcastic, like, oh my god, Weasley's our king, but like Weasley is our king, so like what do you mean? I just wonder how he's going to react whenever he sees those pins. So anyways, I'm gonna keep reading, but I just wanted to come on and freak out because Hermione kissed Ron on the cheek, and that is just like, it's just freaking it. You guys, I'm quite certain that Dolores Umbridge is worse than Dumbledore. I mean, is worse than Voldemort himself. I hate this woman with a burning passion. Basically, she just freaking banned Harry and George from ever playing Quidditch ever again. Like literally ever again at Hogwarts. Are you kidding me? That's a little dramatic, Dolores. Can you relax? Also, don't talk to Professor McGonagall like that, okay? That's really all I had to say, but I just did not like that scene at all because Dolores Umbridge is a Guys, I am on the chapter when Hagrid is teaching his lesson and Dolores Umbridge is observing that lesson. And you guys, she's going after all of my favorite people. And I just don't think anyone should be critical of Hagrid because he's like the sweetest, most gentle giant ever. And so just another tick on my list of reasons why I hate Dolores Umbridge. So yeah. So here's what I want to know. Why is it that we're seeing Harry and Cho kiss, but we haven't seen Ron and Hermione kiss yet? Excuse me? That's just unacceptable behavior. Also, that was just weird. And also, can we get a kissing scene? I mean, she did a ... and I was like, I wouldn't mind a kissing scene, to be quite honest with you. If Mr. Weasley is dead, I will literally sue somebody. He's not dead. He's not dead. Everything is okay. Well, guys, I am stopping on page 516 tonight. It is like midnight and I have to student teach in the morning, so I'm going to bed. But this is so good so far, you guys. I know there's like a lot of talk about the fact that not a lot has been going on and that it's not super like plot heavy or that it's not very action packed, but I think I kind of like it that way because then when something does happen that's very action packed, it just feels more weighty and just feels that much more important and that much more intense than I feel like in the last book. Just so much was happening that even by the end it was kind of like, this is crazy, but so was the rest of this book. And so I feel like the very end of this book is going to be crazy as well, but this has been like a very slow burn build up to that, and so I'm really excited about it. I like the fact that Ginny is being more introduced in this book. Like, she's been around Ron, Hermione, and Harry more often, and a lot of times she's like with them and she's not like a part of the crew, but like she's kind of around a lot more. So I'm really enjoying that aspect because I just feel like she's kind of irrelevant, but she's kind of ballsy, which I kind of like, which I feel like a lot of the Weasleys are, which is why they just like have my heart forever. But I just think specifically like she's super sweet, but like she's not afraid to like be straight up with you, and I just love that in a person. So yeah, that's kind of all I have, but I'm gonna go to sleep and I'll just see you guys when I see you. You guys, oh my goodness, I just read the craziest scene. Basically, the DA got exposed and caught, and Harry went to Dumbledore's office where the Minister of Magic was there, Dolores Umbridge, some guy named Kingsley, Minerva, everyone was there. And basically, Dumbledore took the fall and said that he started this group and he was plotting against Cornelius Fudge, which he wasn't. Anyways, crazy stuff happened. But Dumbledore left. He yeeted up out of there, and I was like, okay, Dumbledore, go off. So I don't know where Dumbledore's going, but before he left, he made sure to tell Harry to make sure that he's practicing clearing his mind before going to bed each night. And I don't remember if I've talked much about, actually I don't think I have because I haven't updated you guys. Okay. So coolest freaking scenes ever is when Harry is in Snape's office with him training for occlumency. I hope I'm saying that right. Oh my god, like it's just so freaking cool, and I think I'm really starting to like Snape because it showed like a little snippet of his past, and he was like crying because his parents were fighting, and like I just knew he was going to be a hurt, damaged character. But anyways, so basically I want to know more about Snape, but regardless, before Dumbledore ran away from the office, his office, or just like disappeared out of the office, he was like, Harry, you need to listen, like you'll understand eventually, but like you need to like be practicing with Snape. So anyways, it's about to go down, okay? I don't know what's happening, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I flipped the page to the next chapter and it's called Snape's Worst Memory. Are you serious? Are you kidding me? I am excited. I'm very excited for this chapter. I have about 240 pages left. I'm excited to read about Snape's worst memory. You guys, I know I be looking rough. but it's okay. The sweetest, not necessarily sweetest, but just like the cutest, best scene just happened. Fred and George created a diversion so that Harry could go into Umbridge's office and talk to Sirius through the Flu Network. And basically they just left school on their brooms, and it was just the most BA scene I've ever seen. Like, I adore Fred and George, which like doesn't surprise me because I think I just adore the Weasleys in general. Like, that might be my favorite bookish family literally ever. I talked about Ginny earlier. Stan her. I mean, I love her. Even though she hasn't had a lot to do with the books, she's becoming a little bit more prominent in this book, and I just love that she's like super straightforward and she's just not afraid to tell the truth. Fred and George are just freaking hilarious, and then Ron, of course, is my king. I don't really care about the older ones, but anyways, that was just the coolest scene ever, and they just left and they're starting their business, and they finally have a place in Diagon Alley. So that was just so sweet, and I just wanted to mention that scene because it just made my heart like soar, honestly. All right, guys, I'm about to pick up Harry Potter. I have an hour. Oh my god. I have 150 pages left. I have my Harry Potter ambience on right now. It is so nice. Also, it has sound. Anyways, I turned that really low down on my screen because it's just kind of nice in the background. So anyways, that is on in the background. I'm about to read this book. It's gonna be a great time. I've been told I'm gonna cry, so I'm ready. Okay guys, I think I already read the part that was supposed to make me cry. I did tear up like a little bit, but I don't know if maybe I just don't have a heart, but like, I don't know. Okay, so obviously this whole vlog has been spoilery, so if you don't want to hear this, you're gonna want to leave. But basically, Sirius just died. He like got like shoved behind the veil, or like the little curtain, by Bellatrix. I'm pretty sure that's what everyone says I was gonna cry at because he like is dead now apparently, but it just happened, and then like we didn't have a moment to like be sad about it because like more stuff was happening, and so I feel like maybe that's why I didn't cry as much. I feel like if Harry like starts talking about it with Ron and Hermione, I'll cry because I'll be like sad for him, but I don't know. All I know is I'm on the second to last chapter, and I'm pretty sure someone told me that chapter 36 was the really sad one, and I'm at chapter 37 and I teared up, but that's like it. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I'm not gonna cry during this book, but everyone has said this book like was so emotional and like it wrecked them, and I was like, it was just really actiony. It wasn't like emotional. I don't know.
10 seconds later.
I'm not even like at a sad part. I just like can't stop crying because I'm just so sad for Harry, and like the fact that he just like keeps losing everyone. You guys, like this. I'm just like not okay right now. I'm gonna have to update you guys in the morning when I can really talk about how I'm feeling about this book. Tomorrow I will update you guys, tell you all my final thoughts, and then tomorrow night me and Griffin are going to watch the Order of the Phoenix movie, and we'll talk about that as well. Good night. Hey guys, so it is Friday morning. I finished Harry Potter last night. I have it right here to talk to you guys about it. Obviously, I finished Order of the Phoenix last night and I gave it 5 stars. Yet again, another Harry Potter book that I gave 5 stars, but it was just so amazing. I really did enjoy it. I do have some critiques that I want to talk about, and so I'll talk about those for just a minute or two. So okay, first and foremost, I talked about this at the beginning of the vlog, but Harry was just so frustrating in this book. I just did not like his character and who he was acting like, or who he was being. And I know that the book kind of touched on it when it talked about his dad and how he used to like pick on Snape when he was a kid, and just like Sirius starts telling Harry like, oh, James like was just a 15-year-old boy, like he's just gonna be stupid and like do things that are just like not right. And so I feel like they mentioned that to almost like explain Harry's behavior, because Harry's also 15 and hormonal and just a teenage boy who's like all angsty and mad at the world. But like, I just don't like that about his character, because like Ron and Hermione weren't like that, and I don't know, maybe they were, but like it's just excused with them because they're just like amazing. But I don't know, I just didn't love that about Harry. He was just, the beginning of the book, it was so out of character for him to be like so rude about like him being the best and like Ron and Hermione needing him, that it was so out of character for him that I legitimately thought that like something was going on. Like I was like, surely Voldemort is out here messing with Harry's emotions, like trying to make him like ruin his friendship with Ron and Hermione. But that wasn't even it. He was just being a jerk. And so I just did not like that about Harry. This is the first book that I've really disliked Harry. And so I really hope that that doesn't continue through the last 2 books, because I want to love Harry, but it's just bothering me that he's acting so annoying about everything, and that his emotions just, he's angry the whole book. Like the whole book he's angry, and he just lets his emotions get the best of him, and I dare say it like hurts his friendships with Ron and Hermione many points during the book. So I did not enjoy that aspect. The second thing I have to say is not actually a critique, but it's just that Ron is my king. I am so obsessed with him. I just love him so dearly. He is just so sweet and so cute, and I love him. He's just so sarcastic, and I think he's my favorite character, and I feel like he's maybe not underrated, but I just feel like nobody talks about Ron being their favorite character. It's always like, oh, the Weasley twins, or like Hermione, or, you know, Luna Lovegood, or Harry, but like, that is so awkward. Also, another character that really popped off in this book was Ginny Weasley for me. I really loved her in this book. She was very direct. She was kind of sassy. I really liked that. And I know one of the spoilers is that her and Harry end up together. And so I can see them starting to weave that a little bit in this book, but it's ever so slightly. And yeah, I liked her actually in this book. So that's good news. Here's the part that really bothered me. So the part that was supposed to make me cry at the end, that everyone told me I was going to bawl my eyes out, I didn't. It was that Sirius dies. And the reason I didn't was because it was written so vaguely. Like, I didn't really understand that behind the veil meant like death. And so whenever he like basically just falls, like he just gets like stunned and he like falls behind it, and he just like falls behind this veil and he's just dead. But like I didn't believe it. Like at first I was like, oh, he's not really dead. So it didn't feel the weight of like, oh, he's dead. And then 2 seconds later, the story kept going. Like it was like, there was no time to like really take that in and understand it. So I didn't cry because I was like, I thought he was gonna be alive. Like I thought that they were like trying to make us think he was dead, but that he's really alive. And I wish that it was just more concrete and a little bit more obvious, because then I would have been like, oh shoot, and like started crying. But I just was kind of confused. So I just kept reading on. And then I realized like at the end of the chapter that he like actually was dead. And at that point it was like already over, and I was kind of like, oh, okay. But the part I cried out most was just like towards the end when he's like, Harry's just reflecting on everything and missing Sirius. That's like when I started crying most, because I was like, he's just lost so many people in his life, and like he's continuing to lose people, and he's going to continue to lose more people. So I think that's what made me cry the most, not necessarily that Sirius died, but just like that Harry was like sad about it, you know what I mean? And lastly, the one other criticism I have is that Harry, again being his annoying self in this book, treated everyone so rudely at the end. So obviously he's like grieving Sirius's death, but he's just yelling at everyone and popping off at everyone. And he even says like, I'll never forgive Snape, like I'll always hate him. But like 2 chapters before that, he was like kind of taking Snape's side and saying like, maybe like my dad just like was a jerk to him, and like that's why he like is just a crabby person now. But he didn't even, like, I don't understand, like Snape did nothing wrong. He just hates Snape now because Sirius died. Like, I don't like that. I just did not like how he popped off on everyone at the end of the story, even Ron and Hermione at times. And I was like, dude, those are your best friends who have been with you since day one. Don't talk to them like that. Like, you should not treat your friends like that. So I did not enjoy that aspect either. I think what bothered me this whole book was just Harry was just so annoying. And I didn't like that. So also, I never found out who this is at the back. I don't know what this is. If somebody knows what scene this is, please let me know. Looks like, I think I predicted, I don't remember who I predicted, but I predicted this was Snape, but I don't think that's Snape. I think that might be Sirius. I don't know what's happening here. If you guys know what's going on in this scene, please comment below, because I really need to know. Or maybe nobody knows and it's just art. But anyways, this was just, it was good. I enjoyed this one. My other critique is that nothing really happened, but like, I was telling my boyfriend last night, we were talking about it, and I was like, I feel like I've read for a week this book. Like, I feel like I've been reading this book for a whole week, and it's taken me so long. But when I think about what I read, I don't know, I can't tell you anything I read. Like, I was reading for so long, but I cannot tell you, like, what I read. Like, what I read for 800 pages. There's no way. 870 pages. There's no, like, I feel like I should have more to talk about after 870 pages, but not much happened. And so that's why I'm kind of, it's the weirdest experience I've ever experienced with a book. Just reading 870 pages and being like, I don't really know what I read. But anyways, I gave this book 5 stars. I think my 2 favorites are obviously the 4th and the 5th. The things I love about the 5th book is that they're getting older, and I like reading about older characters, not necessarily like kids. But I loved the 4th book for the Triwizard Tournament. Obviously, that was so fun. So I think those 2 are ranked at the top, and then it goes 3, 1, and 2. So that's kind of my ranking right now, but I'm going over to Griffin's right now, and we're gonna hang out for a bit, and then tonight we're gonna watch The Goblet of Fire. And I haven't done this with my other videos, but I figured I would include a time where me and Griffin are watching the movie together, and we can discuss the movie after and like what we thought about it compared to the book and like the book to movie adaptation. So we're gonna do that today, and I'm really excited. So yeah, I will see you guys later when we are starting the movie. All right, guys, we're making some pizzas tonight, and I say tonight, but it's only like 5:30. So we are making, did I say we're making pizzas or biscuits?
Pizzas, but
they're biscuit pizzas. So we got like biscuit dough, like the kind that comes in this, and we're just gonna smash them down, make them really flat. And we got some pizza sauce and pepperonis. We have some bacon, some peppers, some diced jalapenos, and some mozzarella cheese.
And cilantro.
I don't like cilantro, but he likes cilantro. So we're gonna make some biscuit pizzas, and then probably chill for a bit. So good. So yeah, we're gonna eat these biscuit pizzas, and then tonight we're gonna watch Harry Potter, so I'm really excited to make these pizzas. So we'll vlog the pizza making process. Here's our pizzas. They look kind of weird. It's okay though. These look so good.
Which one you want first?
This one and this one. All right, guys, we have the movie pulled up right here, and we're about to get started. So going into this movie, Griffin said it's his favorite.
No. Second favorite.
Second favorite movie.
Not book.
We were talking about our top favorite characters. So I said mine was Ron Weasley. Obviously, you guys already know that. The second is Fred and George combined. Third would be Snape. Fourth would be Lupin. Who are yours?
Pretty much the same. Snape is 9 million miles ahead of everyone else. And then Fred and George, and then probably Lupin and Dumbledore.
You heard it here first,
But Harry
folks.
could sneak in there too.
Ew, we don't stand Harry in this book at least. Okay, so we're gonna start the movie, and we'll just see you guys after. So we just finished Order of the Phoenix. I really liked it. I think that this movie is like...
This is the only one where I like the movie more than the book.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is it.
Okay.
And I like this movie.
I can see, I could like agree with that. I think this movie, I actually liked as like a movie. Like all the other movies, I feel like weren't, I liked them because I liked the books.
They were older, so it's like...
This was like a good movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I really like this movie. I think it's my favorite out of all of them, and like I would watch this just to watch it, like as a movie. What was your favorite part?
I don't know. What was your favorite part?
My favorite part is when Fred and George set off the fireworks.
Yeah.
That was such a cute scene. I also liked, they didn't include this in the book, but I liked that the director added it, which was the scene at the end when Harry's like talking to Voldemort, and he's like, I have things you don't have, like you're just a coward. Like they didn't say that in the book. That wasn't in the book. But I like that. Actually,
my favorite is definitely the Aquamancy lessons.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like the scenes aren't that cool in the movie. They're like 10 seconds and it's just like,
Oh, well, that's just my favorite scenes from the story, so.
yeah. Well, that's it, guys. This is gonna be the end of this vlog. It's probably so long, so if you made it this far, comment the word yellow cupcakes. Comment below yellow cupcakes if you made it this far. And I hope that this vlog made sense and I wasn't just repeating myself or sounding stupid the whole time. Alright, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe below down to my channel. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. There must be something bad.